I think that's pretty fair. A house divided. Unsa, you can never be divided. You're standing united down there on the floor. You came here. You've waited in the queues. You've gotten ready for the Counter-Strike today on this beautiful Saturday. And boy, am I ready to give it to you. Fnatic taking on Navi, a semi-final best of 3 brought to you by Harry and Hugo.
Oh yes, Fnatic versus Navi. We have seen this time and time again, and Fnatic, they've never been able to beat the CIS squad on the other side of things. Is that going to change here and now? Pistol round underway, and already Fnatic, they're looking for something up here towards Banana, but Boomich, sneaky little Boomich, might have something to say about that.
What a buy this is for Navi as well. Boomich and Simple both on CZs with armor. You're not going to see that every day in a pistol round. And Fnatic, they're going to walk right into it. Boomich tucked in on the corner, and he hasn't been spotted, but Roland executing him up top B. Fnatic, that's a kill, and that's a fantastic one to start off this T side. They don't have to commit. They can take all the time they want. Navi sweating as they rotate Guardian over. He's got a grenade. That smoke's just thrown down by Flamey as well. It will delay Fnatic, but they're still looking to commit towards this B bomb site. Not enough health here on Flamey either. That's going to make things tough.
Oh, and Guardian digged up there on the first peak. That nade tries to find some damage, but it's not enough to write home about. Guardian gets deleted. Flamey tries to do what he can, but ultimately it's not going to be enough. And now Simple, sure, he's been throwing this CZ, he's got armor behind it, but this raid boss has got to do it all now for Navi. Simple's not even going to give this one a look in, surely. I mean, there's so little going his way. Fnatic aren't going to give anything up, and Simple's just forced to hold back here on Banana. Will deal with Golden. That's going to spur him forward. Still half the time left on this bomb, but with no kit on his back, he's going to be hard-pressed. And Fnatic, it looks like they've done enough to grab this pistol round. As Simple is sent packing. Fnatic, they're going to get this one. They're going to go 1-0 up as they get off to a good T-side start here.
Yeah, one thing you've definitely got to mention as well is Navi. They did such a good job in those group stages. They actually managed to get themselves in the semi-finals. This is their first playoff game. Fnatic, they've been on this stage, Harry, just yesterday, knocking out Liquid. Not an easy game by any means, but Fnatic made it look convincing, and now up against Navi. This would be a hell of a story if Fnatic can find this and get to the grand finals in Odense, but they're a long way away. We won't start too early. Navi down 1 round, going to be forcing up in the second. We've got pistols. That's about it. Standard stuff, but Harry, as we saw from Inferno yesterday, these conversion rounds can get so tricky, especially on the T side of Inferno. Fnatic, they've got guns, a lot of SMGs as well. Will Navi be able to catch them out and upset them in this second round?
Yeah, well, they've certainly got more than enough to work with, and considering there's been a real heavy emphasis on these SMGs from Fnatic, that could give Navi a way of getting back into this. They're going to spot a man over here towards short. That's Guardian. Simple holding from the long side. That nade doing a bit of chip damage. Simple is held back by the Molotov. Fnatic just spreading out, trying to take this default. They're not committed to A just yet. That bomb is all the way back down the bottom of T-Ramp. They've still got Flusher waiting on Banana. They've kept all their options open. Fnatic are playing this well. They're not looking to go running into any of these pistol stacks that Navi might have thrown in. Being very methodical in their approach. And now, with this foothold at long, they certainly seem curious, and curiosity often leaves you in the firing line of Simple. That's going to send Fnatic away from A. This is where that strength of having Flusher holding this B side of the map is going to come in clutch for Fnatic as it leaves their options open. It's back towards B, CT smoke going in, and this execute now looking to come through.
Flusher's looking to exploit that smoke. There's a bit of a gap, and he's trying to get into the spawn without being spotted, but Flamey is holding by. Quick Digue from Flamey. They're going above him, though, and he won't be able to stop them. Roland getting that plant just in time for Fnatic. One thing you've definitely got to look out for in this series, at least in this map, is going to be those late plays from Fnatic coming into the bomb sites with just 20 seconds left. They've done it again, and the retake is on for Navi. It might just be successful. Electronic coming up with a CZ, leaving Crims alone at the back of the site.
He's got it all to do, and he's stuck here. He's trying to play for time. Crims, the eyes of the world are watching, and this is where Crims might just do his best work. Shuts down everyone, just Electronic still defined, and there we go. That's what we want to see from this man. That's the record breaker in the server. He holds his own in the 1v3. and keeps his scoreline flawless. Crim's just about saving that second round for Fnatic.
Yeah, you talk about record-breaking, Harry. Well, Navi, the top 3 players of this tournament so far are Electronic, Simple, and Flamey, but that is absolutely no problem for Crims to get rid of 2 of them. Shutting it down on the retake, and boy, the individuals from Fnatic showing up. That's what you like to see. 2-0 lead, Navi on the pistols, this time no force around it. They don't have that utility to delay Fnatic, already keen to make fights happen. And Flusher, he's got his Glock. Molotov does find that first kill up the top of B, and it just seems like every anti-eco, Flusher will just go for the default pistol, save as much money as he can, and also get in the heads of your opponent. Well, that's not going to be an easy thing to do up against Navi. One thing that was apparent, Harry, at least looking at this Navi side on the stage just a minute ago, is there's definitely some smiles on their faces. The attitude of this team looking far better than that of history for Navi. And that could spell disaster for Fnatic, but already going towards his B bomb site, rotation coming back for Mitch. But it really doesn't matter how many players sit on the site for Navi, they are going to be outclassed, outnumbered, and outgunned.
Yeah, the odds really stacked against Navi in this round, and this should be Fnatic getting off to this good start that we wanted. I'm loving that Flusher is so keen on just playing pistols in these rounds. He does it time and time again.
And look at him as well.
Yeah, he's got such a foothold here. Flusher, the man back in CT right now. He's uncovered that this entire side of the map is clear, and once these 2 players go down inside of B, all the chances of Navi doing anything in this round go out the window. Flusher might even be able to... okay, does get shut down, does get dealt with by Guardian, but it's not the end of the world. That's only a Deagle picked up. Flusher was the one man they could have afforded to lose, and this is going to be Fnatic getting that 3-0 lead, getting that 3-0 start, finding this conversion, and keeping it pretty damn clean as well, which, considering how close that round was prior, up against the force buy of Navi, this is a needed clean round from Fnatic.
Yeah, especially with the rifles. Roland is the only man on a Krieg right now, and he has just been an absolute shining star for Fnatic in this tournament, and just in general. Navi are going to come back in with guns, no exits here, no one's showing their face towards the B-bomb site, and Fnatic going to crawl back down Banana, it's empty. Navi in the CT spawn. And we have the money as well now kicking in for Navi. Simple with 6,500 is going to be able to buy up that AWP nice and early on. Will he throw it over to Guardian? That's the question. Yes, is the answer.
Yeah, it's nice to see Simple willing to take that sacrifice, putting the AWP over in the hands of Guardian. Giving it to the main AWP for Navi. Simple gonna have to wait a little bit longer before he can bring his out. And we know, whenever they run this double AWP, they like to have Simple towards that B side of the map. Guardian over here on A. And in this round, they have decided to move Simple over towards B early, looking like they wanted to try and challenge for some control. In the meantime, Guardian, with his AWP, trying to peek down mid. Hasn't seen anyone yet, but that nade raining over from Crims is going to give up the players are nearby. Over on the alt mid side, Roland's already deep within the apartments. Fnatic doing a good job of trying to build towards this top mid control, trying to snatch that away from Navi, and Roland there with the opener. Guardian blindsided. That's that AWP already removed for Navi, and it is irretrievable.
And this is scary for Navi. They're still trapped over towards B with 3 players. Fnatic have gone B every single one of these rounds so far, so Navi don't want to afford to over-rotate and then get executed in this 5-on-4 on that B site, but it won't be the case. Fnatic doubling back and taking control towards long. The rotate here just a few seconds too late. Simple playing that smoke, looking for a gap, looking for anything here, but Fnatic aren't going to be presenting many opportunities. Mitch coming in from long, and that's going to be a kill. Damage onto the second player as well, but he's down so low, doesn't matter. Mitch holding his own. Fnatic may have taken the CT spawn, and now they've just got to run with it. Split towards his B site with JW coming in from the backline. He's just missed the timing onto Simple, but will that be the same case? Will Simple turn around? No. Mitch with his back turned up, and JW going to miss a shot. Now Flusher and Roland need to get into this site. There's only 15 seconds left, and Flamey is still here.
Yeah, Flamey's still a nuisance. Boomich is still around. They're sticking the bomb, and somehow, some way, they've been able to get it down at the very, very least. But this site still belongs to Navi, and in comes Simple from the CT spawn. Now it's Flusher left in this clutch. Now this man has looked so good for Fnatic in these clutches, and he's got to do it again. Flusher, they keep walking in, and Flusher's onto another. Now the 1v1, and Flamey to beat. They're just playing mind games. The Molotov tries to keep Flusher out. He goes up and over, and Flamey's gonna get the kill. Sticking this defuse, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be down to the wire. Does he even have this one? Oh, it's so close, but Flusher's done it.
What a play, what a player. And only 4 rounds in, we're already having highlights coming through for Fnatic. Oh dear, how did Navi lose that? I don't even know. They had 4 players coming in for that retake, but giving Flusher those 1v1s, giving him those opportunities are mistakes that Navi cannot afford to make in this game. Heroic play from Flusher, and Fnatic sitting 4-0 up. It's broken Navi's dreams, it's broken their economy, and they're back down to these CZs and Deagles. Not a pretty picture right now for the CIS squad. We have those smokes and grenades to try and delay and chip away at Fnatic. You can't really hold out for that. Fnatic are doing a good job of avoiding this utility. Not only towards middle where they jump back once Simple grenaded them earlier on, but even here in Banana, a late approach behind that smoke. Triple setup on short for Navi, throwing some boosts in the mix, trying to get some crossfires going in case Fnatic come their way. Saw Guardian get caught out on short side in the previous round. But Fnatic, they love these anti-ecos, and they might just straight up execute into B. Grenades going in early, trying to force out that limited utility that Navi have in their repertoire, and there it goes. Flamey, last smoke out. Electronic is on the other side of the map with his, but they don't want to smoke off mid. They want Fnatic to walk into the Lion's den, and they just might.
Something that Golden and the rest of Fnatic have been so good at doing is setting this pace and setting this default early. This round, they try and do it again, but it's not to the best of results. Guardian, even in with the repeat, has scavenged this Krieg from the body of Roland. Smoke is down to try and keep Guardian away, but he spams through, gets away with a bit of chip damage there onto Golden. Fnatic are going to get sent packing from top mid. Golden setting up over towards the Banana side, but that is not where the bomb looks to end up. Golden with a smoke and a Molotov can look to sell this fake, can look to keep this 2-man stack of Navi over here towards this B side of the map. Now, there's 10 seconds, man. They've got to go, and they've got to go now. Golden's lurk doesn't get anything done. The bomb is dropped. Crim's, he's got to get it planted now. Oh, I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got it. Navi are going to lock that one in. Crim's just half a second too late. Navi, with nothing more than pistols to their names, snatch that round away from the Swedes.
That's a bit of a surprise for Fnatic. They're usually so good at making decisions on the fly in those kind of positions. Those 3-on-3s are where they excel on the C side of Inferno, but a split-second decision to send Flusher back towards A. And even though they get out the apartments, Guardian had that Krieg picked up from Boiler. He needed just 1 kill and onto the bomb planter as well. Denies it for Fnatic. And Navi, that's their first round with pistols. A bit of a surprise, but they will take it in their stride. Guardian's back on the AWP as well. Simple's even got an AK. You don't want to make that man even more dangerous than he already is. Fnatic on the other side of things, they've not really got the cash to play with. Lack of bomb plant in that previous round. Of course, a player surviving after the time. It's going to leave them a bit skew-if for the time being. A chance, maybe, for Navi to get back into the swing of things.
And that's the thing, I think these two teams are coming into this game on polar opposite sides of performance, right? Navi, undefeated, back in the Pro League group stage, undefeated on their run to get here to the semi-finals, only dropping 1 map this entire time. And now, Fnatic, they're the late bloomers. They're the ones showing up later on. And Golden doubling down, getting burnt by his teammates Molotov over in top Banana. The trades go left and right to kickstart this one, but it's the pistol players removed from Fnatic. They'll take this all day long. This 3-on-3 has left them in pole position, especially because Navi, they've had to rotate an extra man over towards that B side of the map, and this leaves just Electronic here. He's got to be lights out. He's got to lock this entire round down on his own, and he's about to have 3 of Sweden's best in the firing line.
And Navi's gambles again being on the wrong side of the map. Electronic's not even committed inside of the site. And Molotov could spell his demise, but they don't have one. They've just got the guns, and the fight will be won by Crims as Electronic goes out wide. Fnatic, a bomb plant, and Navi called to save. There's nothing they can do. No kits and Guardians on the AWP, so don't even want to consider it if you're Navi. Give Fnatic a 5th round, but this T side is really off to a rampant start, Harry. Navi having to endure the full test of these Fnatic players, and their money's gone as well, Harry. This is a really rough start for the CT side. We know what it can be like, and pretty much every game has turned into a T-sided brawl so far in the Pro League. This is no exception.
No, certainly not. This is where, you know, if you're Navi, you're getting a little bit hurt by this Fnatic setup. You know, kind of the entire time heading into the Pro League Finals, Fnatic were just this team doing crazy, ludicrous, fast rounds. And here, when they've reached the finals, when all the pressure's on, when everyone has prepared and knows this Fnatic squad that they're going to run into, it feels like they've just completely changed the way that they're playing this game. And instead, it's been a lot more about these very slow starts, establishing a default, taking map control, and then going for these late round executions on the back of the information, on the back of the rotations that they've been able to force around. Navi, it's important that one of these AWPs, whether it's Guardian, whether it's Simple, is able to kind of start to step up on this CT side and be that man, be that player to step up and take man advantages. This round, it's Boomich to do exactly that, as he bests Roland there in the head-to-head down towards Boiler.
And such a huge kill. Navi had 2 pistols coming into this round, and well, now only one as a gun's been gifted over to Boomich. Fnatic might just go for a desperate B. Execute here. Guardian, smoke going down in his face. He'll respond with one of his own, and a shot as well, connected perfectly. But Golden's up and above for the trade. Jumping on top of the site. Flamey can't hit the spray, and a double peek for Fnatic. They do not let Navi get away with anything. Crim's even finding shots through the edge of the smoke, and Simple and Electronic are all that's left. A gun dropped here at least for Electronic to pick up, and they have a kit. Navi have got to be considering this round. They can't keep saving, and Simple has spurred them on with that frag.
Yeah, 2-on-2. This is one of the best spots Navi have been in a little while. Smoke goes down. That gets thrown to block off Banana.
Oh.
Crim's now removed, and it's Flusher to have to clutch again. And now Flusher versus Simple. Flusher peeks wide, and he keeps this in favor of Fnatic. Are we in a time machine? Have we gone back to the age of Flusher? Because it certainly feels like it right now. Fnatic continuing to build upon this lead, continuing to look good onto Inferno. And once again, it's Flusher in these clutches. He has been so good for Fnatic in these 1vx scenarios all tournament long. And it feels like as the pressure's increasing, as it's ramping up and getting in front of these big stages, he's coming into his own more and more. Well, let's go ahead and bring this one over to Chad as he wants to break something down for us.
All right, guys, quick one here. I just want to take a look at how quick that we saw the reaction coming out here on the earlier round. Golden pushes up Banana. He's going to grab multiple kills here. But this is what I want to talk about, is how quick the gaps are taken. Those kills go down to Banana. Look how quick we're about to see Crims take apps control and Roland push up mid. The rotation has to come in here from that of Navi, and they're left with a bomb site that's basically empty, guys. So this is the gaps that we're talking about. If you can't win these heads-up duels against Fnatic, you're going to have a really tough time. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Chad. Yeah, Fnatic really exploiting every single factor here against the Navi roster. 6-1 up right now, and no signs of stopping, but we've got another buy from Navi. Can they put a stop to Fnatic? Can they deny them the entrance into this B bomb site that has been so good for the Swedes? Flusher in the previous round clutching out versus the top 2 rated players of the tournament with that AWP. And that's something we've seen as well. Even yesterday, Flusher running this CT side AWP towards that B site up against EG. I wonder if we'll see more of that coming into this series. At least for now, it's JW taking that gun. Can be hard to get these T-side rounds started.
Only Fnatic would have JW have a -1 kill count when they're 6-1 up over on this T-side. This has been a 4-on-5. This has been a 4-on-6. Even JW is helping Navi out. And it's still not been enough. But in this round, once again, the entry comes in over towards Roland in this boiler position. He has been having a bit of a tough time towards this side of the map. Not that it's really ended up mattering, though, in the long game for Fnatic. They've got a man down early once again, and this time they might be tempted to try and find solace at the B bomb site, but this is where 3 players reside for the side of Navi. But somehow, the kills are still coming up for Fnatic, and they've got it down to a 2-on-2. This bomb plant coming in, Electronic and Guardian, they've got the world on their shoulders as once again, they've got to attempt this 2v2.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There hopefully will be a kit dropped on the site because these guys don't have one again, and these bomb plants have come so close, almost always favoring Fnatic. Crim's is tucked, he is waiting, and they're going to just bypass him and come in through the CT spawn. Already in the pool, and Crims is looking to sneak in from the backline. Golden waiting for contact. He's got his first. Second man on the site. Electronic hasn't been spotted, but Crims has found him from the back, and Fnatic again and again and again finding T-side rounds. This is exactly how they started off the series versus versus Liquid yesterday, rather, going 8-1 up on the T-side of Overpass. And we are getting so many similarities to that series, Harry. This is not where I thought Navi would crumble and choke under the pressure.
The most ridiculous thing is there's already been 3 1vx clutches from Crims and Flusher combined, right? We had Flusher with a 1v4, then Flusher with a 1v2. And to kickstart this game in the second round, we had Crims with a 1v3. Navi, they've had situations where they haven't just been the favorites. They should have had the rounds dead to rights. And it's been these huge individual performances from the Fnatic side to keep them in this. And you often say you can't rely on that. You can't bank on it. Well, right now, it certainly feels like Fnatic can.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Harry. And Fnatic repairing this T-side pretty well. Navi are going to be waiting around with the pistols, again with this utility to delay. Fnatic, though, already up and out into the middle area. Navi are pushed back towards a pit. Heavy setup here with 3 players, but this could be a nice crossfire. We'll see if the Molotovs from Fnatic can force players out of position. Flusher's the only one with that, though, and he's towards the B-bomb site. It's going to have to come down to these duels here for Fnatic. Electronic getting spotted as well is further information. And with no one being seen here in mid, Fnatic are going to try and exploit long. That's a position Navi have left open. Now they have Flamey and CT watching for this wrap round, but it's all about timing here. And the timing for Guardian is now or never. Roland going around the corner, and he's found that kill as well. Electronic gets spotted backing up into the site, and Simple's got to do something here. Holds the line with one, doubling in it with the Digue, and Simple just won't stop. 3-on-1, surely this is the round Navi can close out. Not another clutch for Fnatic, I hope.
Well, it's JW, he's in the negatives right now, and he's got to try and have a positive outlook on this whole situation. Now he breaks even with that kill onto Simple. 10 seconds, he's got to get this bomb, but their kills not presenting themselves. No one giving up their position. JW getting into the site, taps the bomb, does deal with the first man. Boomich wrapping round, tries to deny, and he is going to get JW. It gets close, but this time, no luck for Fnatic as Navi just about salvage that second round on the board.
I love the attempt, though, from JW, right? Even the fake plant with 10 seconds left, that's not something Guardian could have read, and he just or Boomich rather, and he just comes around the corner on long. Gives JW a chance, but Boomich swiftly takes it away. Fantastic shots from Simple as well. That's what we need to see, a world-class performance from a world-class player, and Navi find their second round on the CT side. It's finally broken Fnatic as well. They could have invested a little bit more, but they're saving some cash and going for these SMGs.
This is where the fact that so many of these have been these clutch moments for Fnatic does come back to hurt them, right? The money just not there as a result. As a result of these rounds being so damn close every single time. And so now they have just had to put what they can on the table. They're going to set up over in the apartments. They've got all this control, but this time they haven't forced any rotations of Navi away. They're going to be walking into this 3-man stack. They're trying to close the gap, trying to get these SMGs up close, but the crossfires are looking too strong right now, and it's feeling a little too easy for Simple. JW, well, he does get one. He's been dinked in the process, brought down low, just misses the timing onto Boomich, and Simple already on position. The round goes the way of Navi, and it takes 4 from Simple to get it done. Yes. Top in the charts right now over on the Navi side, and actually throwing that all back into the hands of Guardian.
Yeah, it's no surprise that we finally see Fnatic executing into sites where Simple's playing, and now Navi start to pick up rounds, right? That's back-to-back multi-kills from the young player. And Navi on the board, crawling back into position. Another eco from Fnatic, though, should give Navi a little bit more. Guardian taking that up, fighting middle. Navi with 3 towards B, looking to get aggressive. Boomich forcing fight, and he's done a lot of damage as well to Golden. Does just escape through the Molotov. Costly when it comes to health, but worth it as he stays alive. Fnatic won't be able to find this advantage once again. They've been so good at doing that. Crim's is 15-4 right now as well. Now 15-5, taken out of the server. Simple fighting down B, and Fnatic just looking for these jewels, but they're not working in their favor. Flamey laying down the pain. The pistols are out now for Navi, and while Golden gets one, that should be the last kill here for Fnatic, surely.
Yeah, he's really tried to gimmick his way to as much damage as possible as Golden. But Navi, I love this, showing so much restraint. They were so keen on taking those fights earlier. Well, now they say to Golden, you know what? You want to get any more damage? You want to make the shot any closer? You got to come to us. And Electronic will be there to shut him down on that wrap. Navi in with a 4th. This game's getting more and more competitive by the minute, and that's exactly what we wanted to see.
Yeah, the worry at the end of the day is that Fnatic, their T-side is essentially done, right? You can say that. 7 rounds is absolutely fine at a bare minimum if Navi end up winning every single round, but I doubt Fnatic are going to make it this easy. So Navi, they can't afford to let their foot off the gas here. Another gun round coming through for Fnatic. This double eco, or at least double half buy, has left them with AKs. JW not on the AWP though, and Navi not going for this triple B setup again. Fnatic speeding up the pace towards A, so it's lucky Navi have numbers here. Simple fighting in mid, but he only gets a dink, and Crim is going to stay alive, protected by Golden. Good grenades from Navi, but they're still down a man in this position, and Fnatic, again, they can just go back towards that B site. Something Davey talked about on the desk was Flusher on B, constantly putting up these lurk kills on rotating CT players. Well, that won't be the case right now. He's going to double back and join his team. Navi with an early rotation, Boomich coming into this A site, but he's already starting to reconsider at the worst of times.
Yeah, now the flash is going back in towards A and getting Guardian off of the angle. That might be enough to have Boomich change his mind. You can see he's going to float around back in CT a little bit longer. Roland actually ducking out and going back through mid. Fnatic, they're really considering this B split with this long control under their belts. This is something Navi are very aware of, though. They know what they've given up. They know the positions they don't have control over as a result of how they've established this crossfire back in the A-bomb site. Boomich is ready, lurking back within CT. Does deal with the first man, follows up onto the second. This mid to B play has been torn apart for Fnatic. They're still looking to commit. They're still looking to go for this, and that's even with Flusher trying to sell this lurk up into the apartments, but his lurk might be all for nothing, as now it falls to Brolin alone. A 1v3 required, and 2 players for Navi still at this B side of the map.
15 seconds as well. He's not even got the bomb. He's just walked right past it. And with that, his chance of clutching this round goes out the window. It's just about kills, and he won't find any of them. Boomich, big round from him, coming in from the backline in CT and getting 3 kills. And that's a bit of a problem for Fnatic, right? Those CT to B plays can be really, really hard to run as a T side, because you need an appropriate amount of pressure being put on those B players from Banana to stop them from worrying about CT spawn. Fnatic had no one in Banana. Brolin came up late with no utility either, the solo man in that position, and there's just no pressure. So Boomich is free to take those fights in spawn, and Navi are able to convert yet another round. Pause for Fnatic coming to a close, as this has been a 4-round streak now for Navi on the defense. And another lack of bomb plant for Fnatic means another eco round coming through. We're hearing Navi fans in the house get a little bit hyped up though, Harry. They don't want the floor to be swept from underneath them.
No, that's one of the things, you love about being in this arena. You love about having this crowd. At the end of the day, everyone has one shared love, and that is of just great Counter-Strike. And that's what we want to see. And that's finally what we're getting to see in the server now. This is getting more and more competitive as time goes on. Crim's up towards the top of Banana. Lots of pace on him, but he gets slowed down, albeit briefly. Tries to get ahead of the Molotov and will get rewarded with one. Boomich, smart play. While he's got the molly down, while he knows no one else from Fnatic can go pushing up, he's going to juggle these guns away. The Swedes are not getting their hands on that AK anytime soon. And now this B play about to come through. Simple's already rotated in. JW making quick work of him. Boomich has got to try and stand the test of time. And oh dear, it's all gone so wrong. These pistols have got the B site under wraps. And now the bomb down as well. Once again, it's Electronic and Guardian left to try and see this one through to the very end for Navi.
We've seen Fnatic win this kind of round with disadvantages in the post-plant, Harry. Well, now they have everything in their favor. Boost up is going to be excellent as Navi, they're throwing utility towards positions Fnatic currently don't harbor. And Molotov finds little value, and with that, Navi realize with no kills presenting, it's better to save. Money just not there for the CT side, not been built up, as Fnatic have constantly been putting pressure and making these rounds close, even when they've been falling apart. Electronic getting exits though, looking to catch Fnatic players leaving the site. That's a good flash, and he'll find Flusher off the back of it. JW, the only man to survive, but he was the man to make that round a reality there for Fnatic. That wrap through CT spawn, catching Boomich moving off. His KD may not be up there, but the impact is. And Fnatic, 8 rounds on this T side still to their name. Navi coming back in with a bye.
Oh, and finally, we might get to see this AWP over in the hands of Simple. The double AWP setup coming on through now for Navi. And this could be the difference maker, as it so often is. Over in the Navi camp, on the back of seeing this double AWP, yeah, you immediately see Simple try and get set up, try and exert some dominance down towards Banana. The nades go back and forth. That's not enough to deter Simple from peeking down this side of the map. Flusher on the other side. Looking to try and deal with this top B player. Flusher going wide now and gets away with some damage to his name. He doesn't want to take that fight again. So now Fnatic setting up to try and seize this top mid control. They've been pushed away from this B side of the map. But it might be into the better of, or the lesser of two evils, right? Guardian and Electronic alone, just the two of them, over towards this A bomb site.
Yeah, and more room being given to Fnatic by the second as they flash through mid. Guardians retreated to the site, so common position to see an AWP, and Fnatic have already seen him in this position so far this game. Guardian can't peek around the corner. Got to care the apartments as well. Crim's is up in the house, looking to set up utility for this T side, but not committing off the back of it. Navi now realizing what's going on. They've got to rotate in the form of Flamey, and another man coming in through spawn. B has been absent all round for Fnatic. The alarm bell's being rung, and Guardian's going to ring the bell, taking down Roland quickly. Flamey with a trade. And Crim's the only kill here for Fnatic, but this is getting slaughtered on the A site. The crossfires are there, and the flank is as well. Boomich in the back line, and Navi back on the scoreboard. 6 rounds. Even getting away with JW's AWP as well. I wonder if they'll keep that into the final round of the half. They have 3 right now.
Man, considering this was 7-1 in favor of Fnatic, Navi have done such a stellar job of flipping this back around and getting into this game.
That being said, we saw the same thing yesterday, right? Fnatic, heavy lead against Liquid. Then it gets close at the end of the half, and then Fnatic sweep that second half. Navi, they can't get ahead of themselves. They need that T-side pistol when we move over.
Last round of the first half coming up just before we do exactly that, Hugo. And already JW, armed with nothing more than a Deagle, catches Guardian attempting to jump peek over into mid. Once again, this heavy 3-man setup over towards the B bomb site could come back to punish Navi. They've got to disassemble it. They've got to start to rotate these players over. And Brolin is already in position to deal with Electronic. This A bomb site now belongs to Fnatic. They've seen that Guardian and Electronic have been the sole defenders of this side of the map time and time again. They know the tendencies. They've done their homework. And so now Navi forced into this retake, a man down, very little knowledge as to where any of these players for Fnatic reside. Golden is the real question mark right now. You can see him all the way up in those apartments. He's behind Navi. He's behind enemy lines. He's that fail-safe if these players in the bomb site don't hold their ground, and in he comes, leaving this all on Simple. JW's gonna lock it in. And Fnatic, they'll salvage that 9-6 half. Things are looking good for the Swedes. Navi, they've got to dig deep if they want to come back in the second. Join us after a quick break to see if they can.
Keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up. Let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you want it, so I got it for
Got
you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing
1,
summer to
drop.
you.
Ready, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with that second half of Fnatic versus Navi. Inferno proves to be a fiery one as Fnatic sit 9 rounds up after their T side. A great terrorist half, but can they keep it going? We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to find out as we get back into the pistol.
Yes, indeed. Fnatic, they narrowly closed that out, going their way 9-6. And here's their chance to build upon that even more. We're either going to see the Swedes establish that pole position or Navi get themselves well and truly back into this game. JW tries to peek into mid, and he just about gets away. The Simple smells blood in the water, and that's a dangerous, dangerous game to play. JW just about getting out of the apartments, but Navi are hot on their heels, and these tenants have come moving on in. Guardian's there with a moving truck. Roland, not a happy landlord here at the A-bomb site because everyone's getting shut down. Simple, even looking like he wanted to go through that smoke, and he is going to find a man through it. Flusher last alive, and he falls as well. A quick, clean pistol round for Navi. And here they are arriving in the second half in a very big way. They needed that if they wanted to start to claw their way back into this game.
That's exactly what we wanted, Harry, as well. Fast round, Navi flexing their biceps and just showing off their individual prowess as well. Fnatic forcing in the second round. It's something that Navi did in the first. Weren't able to convert it. Can Fnatic do the dirty? Got that scout down mid. JW hunting for a kill, but Navi aren't offering anything up. 5 smokes. We know that Navi like these slow T-side rounds. Will that be a problem here as Fnatic look to play delay? They've not used any of them as of yet as well, so good restraint from Fnatic. Not jumping the gun too early with this utility. Navi with the bomb and 3 players sat towards the top of B right now, putting pressure on middle. Oh. Those first couple of smokes starting to make their appearance.
One of the things you'll note about this B hole between Flusher and Golden is they are big fans of buying this, these nades here. That extends into the pistol round, that extends into these 4 spies. They really set up a selection of like nade lineups to get maximum damage out of these. We've already seen Goldens go in. It didn't really live up to the hype I'm putting around it, but that's something that we can keep an eye on as this game develops further. In this round, Navi trying to turn their attention back towards middle and this A-bomb site, and that kill onto Roland is only going to tempt them further. Navi now sat a man up. Crim's trying to get some revenge here for his fallen friend up into the apartment, but that leaves him in the firing line of Flamey. And now, man advantage for Navi is more than in their favor. They get this side of the map, and for Golden and Flusher, these two stalwart B-site defenders, they've just got to try and hold on to this CZ Deagle combination.
Yeah, Navi just getting handed kills there with the SMGs. That's exactly how you want those second rounds to go. Waiting in the apartment and two players from Fnatic walking into the firing line. Even starting to hunt as well. Would be a bit dangerous to send AKs into this B-bomb site and potentially give up guns for Fnatic to force around. And so Navi aren't really in a rush. They're going to hang around, cut off the exit points, make sure the Fnatic aren't looking to pull off anything cheeky. But ultimately, it will just be an 8th on this T side. Slow and steady wins the race here, and Navi are getting back into it.
Yeah, they're not too dedicated to the hunt. Would rather keep 5 alive. They don't want to fall into the Fnatic trap that we saw back in that first half, where you take these rounds, but the money's never there. And so all it takes is that little one to not go your way, and suddenly it all gets thrown into chaos. Now, they know there's no money for Fnatic in this one. They know that CZ Digue combo is all they've got to run, and as a result, wouldn't surprise me if maybe we either see like just a stack inside of one of these sites, maybe a nade stack down through Banana looks to be the call of the day. And this could actually find some pretty good results. The bomb is there, but the players are already up and past those nades. Flusher still holding on to his a little bit longer. And those two players that have thrown them immediately rotating away, trying to give the illusion to Navi that there's multiple players stacked here. They know that when Flusher's nade goes in, Navi are going to go, okay, we've seen 3 grenades from the B-bomb site, and usually that might be enough to deter a team. Whether or not it's going to deter Navi, we'll have to wait and see.
That's going to depend on the info these A players get as well, right? We have Mitch and Flamey lurking around with these SMGs. Can try and throw a bit of a fake. Flusher is getting played with here, but not going to be offering up the kill. Oh, it's dangerous, and he's going to get the frag with the CZ. Long range versus the AK. Simple's gone down. That's not what you would expect in this round. And Navi going to shuffle guns out once again. Make sure there's nothing Fnatic can do to fight back. And Flusher, he's already low on ammo. That CZ a bit of a liability in the late round. Got to preserve bullets, and he's waiting. Guardian's up on the site, and that's such a huge kill for Navi. It's cleared out B. It's gained all the info. Fnatic going to start to cut off rotations now, and Golden going down. Mitch is looking to spray and pray. He spotted everyone here, and Navi can just go get that bomb plant on the B site. Fnatic too far away to put a stop to it.
And I'm really happy that we've got Navi finding their footing and starting to look like this team that we've been prophesizing, that we've been building up. It's going to set us up for a very interesting semi-final series. With this buy round coming in from Fnatic in the round following, we can try and take stock of exactly what it is they're going to have. I'm not too sure if we will see that immediate AWP come through. That's something to bear in mind. That's not going to be a problem for Navi. If they're looking for it, they can get their hands on it.
I mean, if Flusher wants it, that's a question, right? And we want to get that answer coming into the second half. Who is going to be AWPing? Is it going to be JW as per usual? Or will we see the repeat from yesterday where Flusher picked it up back on Inferno specifically? Navi even finding further exits, add another kill to the count, add another $1 to the bank account, and Fnatic coming in with the buy. Flusher hesitant on his as well, so you know he's considering it, but it's actually JW going for the AWP with no armor. Flusher's left to the utility instead with his SMG. So there's our question answered, at least at the start of this half. But Navi running bonus, so these SMGs can be a bit problematic.
Yeah, that AWP on JW has to be a bit careful with Mitch and Flamey looking to close the gap, looking to close the distance, and no armor on JW. He's got to be careful. If there's one team you don't want to give a free AWP to, it's Navi. And early on in this round, Flusher, oh my goodness, there's so much utility raining in, but he's run the gauntlet. He's gotten out from Banana, flashes to try and set up Golden. The flashbang's good. Golden following up with a kill of his own, but it is cancelled out by Mitch. He was able to get that trade there in the head-to-head over towards top Banana, and now they've got this foothold, but they've had to expel a hell of a lot to get it, both in terms of manpower and utility here on the Navi side. As well as that, they haven't had any presence anywhere else on the map. If you're Navi, you kind of are forced into this B commitment, either that, or you've got to go back and you've got to spend time checking mid, checking alt mid, checking the T apartments. There's so many positions that this Fnatic squad could be in. And so Navi, they are hamstrung to just try and go for this play. Roland hidden on the edge of this smoke, but Boomich is one step ahead. Are they ready now for Flusher? Simple certainly thinks so. And this leaves just the AWP of JW rotating in from CT, and his old mate Crim's alongside him. Do they even want to give this one a go?
No kit. Not much chance. Navi aren't offering anything up. Crims has got to find a kill here if he wants to make this happen for Fnatic, but Simple is on the hunt, not wanting to make this one easy, getting aggressive, can't afford to go wide. JW is still in the spawn, holding for a repeat. Crims is just trying to distract Navi. Nothing being gifted over, and that's going to be a 10th round. Fnatic have got to call the save. Roland not even winning his fight on B there as well. He gets flashed off. It's been a bit of a worry watching Roland in this map so far. He has been, without a doubt, the best player for Fnatic in some of these really difficult situations. Obviously, we've had Crims, top of the charts, as per usual, but Roland, at least stats-wise, has been there as well. And right now, it's looking like a little bit of a liability. Him and JW, 7 kills each. That needs to change here for Fnatic. We saw, at least on the T side, Roland coming out through Boiler quite a lot, getting caught off by those aggressive pistols of Navi in the first half.
And that's the thing, you look at this 10-9 scoreline, and you might be saying to yourself, well, Fnatic, they're not in the danger zone just yet. This is still a very, very close game. But when you add in the context that this was a 7-1 lead for the Swedes, everything was going their way. Since then, 9 rounds extra on the board for Navi and just 2 for the Fnatic side.
As well as that, they haven't won a round in the second half, Harry, so that certainly doesn't bode well. But remember, Navi were in the exact same place. They went down 5-1. They couldn't get it going, at least on their initial CT side of Inferno. Economy just not playing into them, and that is the same here. Fnatic on those safe guns, pistols up and around it. Navi's chance to get 11, but will Fnatic be able to surprise and upset in round number 20? JW fighting mid at the start as well. Both these guns actually on the A site, so Fnatic expecting Navi to come their way. These B executes have just been a standard really for both these teams so far on this map.
Just a stalemate over towards top Banana once again. You can see, right, with this buy, Fnatic, they're hoping they can go for this smoke delay play. The fact that Navi have taken their time at pressuring this top of Banana, haven't really shown much over towards the A side, have meant that a lot of these smokes are still in play, and they're starting to come in now, but you've still got Golden with his over towards the B bomb site, and you've still got Brolin with one over towards A. And so the longer Navi take to get the read on this, the longer they let those smokes stay up, the more of a threat this mishmash buy from Fnatic becomes. Right now, Navi, they've left their options open. They've still got Electronic over at top Banana. He's kept the foothold here, and that is going to force that re-smoke out from Golden. Now, no utility left over towards this B-bomb site. So Navi, on the back of spotting both those smokes, they know this play that Fnatic are trying to run. They're looking to get into this B-bomb site, and they've already dealt with the first man. Flusher trying to buy some time, gets away with a bit of damage there. In the meantime, still kills coming down over towards the A side of the map, but it's over here at B that the kills have to be found for Navi, and Flamey suddenly throwing in to a situation where if he doesn't get this bomb down now, it's all over, and there's just no time. JW is nearby, but just from hiding in this smoke, he's won the round for Fnatic. That delay play works brilliantly for the Swedes. That round just turns into chaos.
And there's the value of buying up those smokes, right? Combined with the slow T-side rounds for Navi, at least, and with no options, they were barely pushing Fnatic out of middle at the 35-second mark, and a desperate rotation back to B. JW as well, he only gets that tag on Boomich on Arch side, and knowing that he's up for the chopping block, he just decides to rotate B fast. That is actually the best call for Fnatic, as it puts him in position to take down Navi entering that site. They didn't have a smoke down for CT, and that is a huge error for Navi. It leaves them open to that AWP, and Fnatic fight back. They bite back. 10 rounds here, their first CT1 taken, and it's off of pistols as well. That was the same story for Navi in their first half. So we're seeing a lot of similarities here. Buy back in for both teams though. No AWP here for Navi. JW still running his. He saved it in the smoke in that previous round.
Yeah, Navi might look to change the pace after how that round falls apart. They might look to try and switch things up here, and immediately sending 3 players up through Monana. They're not wasting any time now. They go running in, and that might be their undoing, because Flusher waits on the other side of this smoke. He's opened the round up with a double. No chance to trade that if you're Navi. They try and go more aggressive. They try and pick up the speed, and all that's done is accelerate the rate at which Flusher has cut them down. Now trying to play into this round, a man down. You hope that maybe this opener can be found from Flamey. JW is scoped up on mid, not holding Boiler. He's got a flick across, but Flamey decides this is a fight for another day, and the timing there might have just gone his way as well. You see JW posting himself back up on that angle. Crim's in the meantime rotating down through CT spawn, through the speedway, reinforcing this B bomb site. And this leaves Navi temporarily with a 3-on-2 over here in A. They've made the right call. Now they've just got to hit the shots to get them in.
That rotate's coming back, Harry. There's a timer on this play for Navi. They've got to go soon, and JW has already put the first nail in that coffin. Flamey caught in the apartments, and the re-molly for Fnatic. This utility, again, proving to be such a problem for Navi. Molly's coming in late at the 30-second mark, and Navi have just got to go. They've got nothing else to play with here. Boomich has taken long. Electronics back up in the apartments. JW and Roland still supported on the site, and Crim's is coming on rotation as well. Fnatic, at this point, have got to realize it's not B. Crim's just looking for the timing to come through this smoke, but it might not be needed because JW's landed another shot. Electronic too far away from the bomb, just looking for kills at this point, padding stats as he finds Roland and trying to get this AWP out of play as well. JW swinging on the site, and Electronic looking for this kill. He can't get it. It's the AWP coming in big for Fnatic. JW, he may have had a rough first half, but 3 kills in that round has saved it once again.
And him starting to find his footing for Fnatic could not come at a better time here, right? Especially with Guardian having a bit of a slow start back on that CT side. You know, a T-AWPer's woes are only just beginning as they move in to that T-half. So with JW now stepping up, now this AWP arriving for the Swedes, Fnatic find themselves back in pole position, and JW trying to go for the mid challenge, hasn't spotted anyone there early. No one from Navi offering anything up to the big green gun on the Fnatic side. You can see how scared Navi are in comparison to what they were just rounds ago. They've got players in the apartments, but that is it. They're held back down at bottom Banana. They don't want to force the fights through these smokes. Every time they've tried, they have failed. And so they've just got to wait for these to fade. Now Fnatic conceding Banana control, giving this up, falling back inside of the site.
But not for long. That smoke's going to allow Fnatic to regress, and they flash off the back of it. They're pushing back in. Electronic's been boosted up to try and look for this kill, and it's a battle over Banana right now. Navi eventually getting control. That Molotov is going to send Fnatic back, and dropping in by accident. Golden caught, falling off of the site. Flusher has to respond, and he has to do it big, but he can only get 1 kill. Electronic, double opener on A. Flamey cutting off rotations from middle, and that's Crim's out of the picture as well. Fnatic, 2-on-4. And Navi might have just picked themselves up in the 11th round. That bomb has been planted, and Fnatic aren't even considering it. To make matters worse, Flamey hasn't left middle as well, and he's still looking to drive the knife in the back of these Swedes.
Yeah, he's still looking to do damage. I don't know if you've seen, but someone recently purchased a banana stapled to a wall for 150k, but the banana in this map here is even more valuable to Navi as they're able to get control of it. They lock in this round. I don't know if you noted, but as soon as we saw that rotation from Crim's down through mid and Flamey caught him, the moment that kill came through, Fnatic just tuck and tail. They back away. They know they're not retaking that. They know they're not able to get back in. So Navi keep this close. They keep it competitive. They tie us up 11-11.
And I think at this point, one of the biggest problems here for Fnatic is this bank of Navi as well is getting built up so significantly. They are just rolling in money. Crim's yet to get a kill on the CT side. That's a bit of a problem as well, right? He was one of the main reasons Fnatic were even able to get that 9-round T side in the first place. And now falling silent on the defense as well. To be fair, he has been playing that rotate role, and that's kind of left him out of the action a lot of these times, but still a bit of a problem. Nades down, Banana, Electronic waiting for Golden to reaggress. Even with that deep smoke from Fnatic, Navi just going to spam through it for a man advantage. Huge kill to find. 5-on-4 and a stalemate.
Yeah, it's not just huge for taking the man advantage, but also because of the effect now it's had on this Fnatic CT default, they've had to pull Crim's away from the A side of the map to try and help Flusher over here towards B. And now for Navi, finding that kill so early is just such a blessing. They can just take this round slow. They can wait and see what they hear, what they piece together. If they catch any Fnatic players trying to reclaim this advantage, trying to reduce that pressure now. And they will just wait. They will just hold these positions. Now moving back with this bomb. Over towards mid, but JW striking Flamey from the tally up in apartments. That just might change their mind.
Yeah, completely. Navi going to double back towards B the second that kill comes through, and this bomb is just going in for the execute. Navi waiting around for no one. Ahead of the Molotov, Electronic getting traded though. Simple has to go above, and he will go beyond. Navi taking control of the B site. That rotate's coming through for JW. He might just be here in time, but he won't be able to stop that plant. Little does he know it. Guardian just putting it behind the smoke. JW's waiting, but that kill not getting offered up, and they are getting flanked as well. Boomich is on this big wrap round, and he is about to put both of them in the ground. There's one. JW not been spotted just yet from this position, but Navi can only assume he is nearby, and Guardian's going to peek out to finish up the job. This T side is looking ferocious for Navi. Only dropping 2 rounds, and Fnatic, their money on the edge as well. This is a really rough spot to be in if you are this, on the Fnatic roster at this point. They're probably going to have to half buy.
And yeah, I mean, Roland, we've touched upon him. You can see the look on his face there. He's looking a little bit upset with this one. And I think, for someone who's looked so damn good for Fnatic all tournament long, both here in the Pro League and at the events outside of it, he has been the shining star for this squad. Now, struggling a bit. This is where we need to look towards the elders, the experienced players within this team to keep things in Fnatic's favor. This round here and now, though, is only these pistols, only these Digues invested into from the Swedes. Once again, bit of an emphasis on these smokes to try and go for the delay play. They found success with this just a matter of rounds ago. And surely Navi aren't going to fall prey to it again.
Yeah, that's not the first time we've seen Roland looking frustrated on those replays as well. This game is really not turning out to be the best for him, and that could be an opening, a gap for Navi to exploit. One player on B selling a fake. Electronic has kept 2 players, and now a third here. Crim's is on rotation. That's a great grenade from JW, although he doesn't know it. Not yet, at least. Navi looking to commit towards this A site, and only 2 players here for the time being. Crim's doubling back once again. As said, constantly left in that rotate position. Sometimes it can be valuable, but sometimes it can be a problem. If you don't know where those T's are going, you can often be left out of those fights. Navi avoiding long for the time being and looking for this cart entry. Electronic going in first. 29 seconds, plenty of time. Crim's going ahead of the smoke, and he is inside of the site to stop them.
Yeah, Navi are walking into this crossfire. I don't think they realize just how many players are here for Fnatic. The Deagles right now doing enough, and Flamey with a flick, but it might not be enough as Crim is tapping them down. Roland's with him, and take a bow with the Deagle Crims. And 12th round, they'll tie it back up, and once again, with just Digues and smokes, Fnatic find a round. Navi slowed to a snail's pace there as that execute comes on in. And heartbreak for Navi. That was their chance to get a bit of a buffer going, to keep Fnatic out of this one.
Yeah, and talk about rotations, right? What a pitch-perfect rotation from Crim. He gets into the site just in time, gets away with multiple kills as well. And Fnatic, that's a lifeline gifted to them here. More money to play with than ever. AWP back out for JW. Guardian doesn't have his. Again, that resmoke for Fnatic, looking to regain control of the banana, not wanting Navi to have any kind of free real estate. Spam through the smoke for Simple, but nothing connecting here as Fnatic get players behind the sandbags. And the best part about this is Fnatic have re-aggressed after Navi have dedicated so much utility to this position. So Navi, they've now got to retake it, but they won't have enough utility for the execute if they waste too much here. It really limits your ability to throw fakes on this T side, and well, Navi, they've got no choice but to dedicate nades to it. Molotov going back up, Simple clearing towards the sandbags as well. And again, a middle finger from Fnatic, another smoke as Navi are held back.
You've got to give credit to Fnatic for being so stingy, so well-timed with this utility. JW rotating in, trying to supplement this B hold even further. Navi, they don't really have any options anywhere else. This time, that default of Flamey taking apartments control has not come through. And so this, once more, leaves Navi with no choice but to go for this B-site play. And it's in to the three-man stack that they will start to go. JW can't find anything through this smoke. Flusher has at least kept it even. Now they know that there's two players here for Fnatic. Flusher trying to dance around this smoke. When Flusher plays with smoke, Navi play with fire, and they know it. He's going to back away into the ruins. Fnatic, silence across the map now. As they set up to go for this retake, they know that this can make or break their CT half. This can make or break the game. And already kill found onto Roland. Flusher removed as well. Crim's onto the chopping block, and one by one, it's all falling apart for Fnatic. JW deleted. Guardian and with two at the very, very end. And Navi are back in the lead. They're not giving this up to the Swedes just yet.
Boomich is having an incredible game as well, right? Right now, 23 kills, top of the entire server. We talk about in-game leaders being selfless, and he is going in first numerous times and getting away with these entries. Navi now sitting around up, and we're going to throw this over to Chad as Fnatic call a tactical timeout.
Look, boys, this is all about the battle for Banana right now. We're going to take a look here about how desperate that Fnatic have been in certain rounds of just continuing to fight. We're going to see Flusher going aggressive here. He's going to get pushed on in, and they're going to go reinitiate with that of Golden. So you can see Flusher grabbing a kill. We're going to fast forward a little bit. Golden hanging around. He goes for another kill, and he's going to get away with it. But this constant harassment, they're losing it, and then they're still losing the B bomb site late. We're going to quickly highlight, if we can, just this late execute when Navi come into the site, and what they actually want to do is fight towards CT spawn. So they have answers for everything right now, Navi. They're looking hot to trot, boys. Let's get back into the action.
Yeah, Navi are looking like a team with all the answers, but trust it to be down to Fnatic to have to invent new problems. Flusher over in top of Banana once again, trying to go for this challenge off Fnatic. That nade, double nade stack onto logs, doesn't quite find the damage they were hoping for. Thankfully, Golden spraying through is able to keep this even once again. Fnatic, these duels for top Banana have never, ever really been going their way, and this round is no exception. A 4-on-4 immediately. Navi are going to take that all day long.
You can see Golden, he really wanted to go back in for more there, but the risk-reward is just not worth it. If Navi got another kill, they would have been able to elevate the pace into this B site. Instead, Fnatic have two players here, but no one's in B. Like Chad said, Navi playing for that CT spawn in some of these B executes, and that's what both players are for Fnatic right now, with a boost coming through, and Crim's wrapping back towards the coffins. Navi looking to get ahead of this play, and Crim's isn't in position yet. They're just going to flash through the smoke. This could be perfect, but Golden is up, and he will get a kill, dropping back into the safety. Crim's now moving into the site as well. Crossfire is there, with the first man getting taken down. Crim's with the spray, and the bomb's been dropped. There's only Simple left up, and Crim's will add him to the killing tally as well. Fnatic finally put up a strong B hold, and Navi left on their knees.
And maybe they should stay there. Crim's doing it all once again for Fnatic, coming into his own. in these semi-finals. We just need some more of the usual suspects falling into place around him. With that round though, Fnatic, they've done a good job of setting themselves up for the future because it's broken Navi's money. It's sent it down into the doldrums at such an important stage in this game. Fnatic, they might have been on the back foot, but now they're back in the driver's seat. They're back in control, and they're going to answer this round with immediate banana aggression. Look at how deep they go. Flusher and Roland giving it up now once they throw that deep smoke in, knowing that Navi are probably hanging around, waiting to see if any of these Swedes go peeking down banana. That's not the case, though. Fnatic, after spotting no one towards this side of the map, they leave one man here, that's Golden, over towards B, and that's going to allow for this 4-man stack at this A side of the map. You can see, though, with those smokes now dissipating, Flusher couldn't hang around for long. Navi yet to really show anything. They haven't shown their hand to Fnatic. Crim's is going to be the first point of contact. Is that going to be to Navi's dismay? However, Mitch, first man in, first man down. Crim's trying to line up a little bit more, but there's the response from Simple with the Digue. That's now an AK retrieved. Into CT spawn he goes, and that leaves him in the firing line. With that kill, the bomb is now dropped. Guardian needs to win these fights if he ever wants to get that bomb back under control. There's 30 seconds, and Navi have had to pull everyone away from Banana because now getting this bomb is the priority in this round.
And there's only 20 seconds. They've got to get the bomb and go back towards A very, very quickly. Flusher is cutting off this rotation. He's let them pick it up. He's let them run back in towards the A site because Roland is waiting on the other side. He's had a quiet game, but this could be the moment to stand tall. Big kill from Roland, bomb drop, Flusher coming in late, and that might just be it here for Fnatic. They deal with the pistols. 3 kills from Flusher. I love the patience. He doesn't try and fight for that bomb. He lets him get a full sense of security and then comes in for the backstab. That's a Flusher play if I've ever seen one. And Fnatic taking 14 rounds first. Navi, this is it. This is all to play for in this follow-up round. They don't have an orb in their hands, but they've got to show up what they can do.
Yeah, it's do or die now for Navi. Do or die in this first map of this series. Fnatic's map pick could go their way, and so much of it hinges on their success in this round. You'll note that neither team has money to work with looking into the future. Mitch, lots of aggression from him. He's over in the apartments. Haven't really seen a fast play toward this side of the map. Him and Roland, they've spotted each other. They get that exchange of information, but nothing else follows up on the back of it. Mitch is actually going to retreat from the apartments for the time being. Looking to set up this long side smoke to allow these players to get on out. Smoke now going down, and that's going to keep Crims away. Top mid control secured for Navi.
Electronic's still lurking around B as well. He's not putting pressure on. He's only waiting for Fnatic to aggressively rotate. Smoke going in keeps these players in position while Navi put pressure on middle. And knowing that Electronic has, or at least had Banana, means Navi could back up, but they're not wanting to right now. It's Crim's going forward, looking to force fights. That smoke is now faded, and Navi are going to come around the corner. They have been all over this long control on the T side. Motor smoke even down. Crims cannot have any kind of support. Someone could flash for him from A, but right now Fnatic, they mean stingy with the utility, but this time they're all out. There's nothing left. There's a smoke on Roland towards that A site, and a flash for Flusher over on B. 20 seconds here. Navi have to keep it going. Boomich has got that wrap in, but he's going to get taken down. Crossfire from the site and balcony now. Navi need to come up short side. Simple, putting pressure in the backline. They've got the kills. They've got the entries on A. Crims even falling in the library and read like a book. Navi have this A site under lock and key.
Flusher and Golden left up. We touched upon how these economic woes are present on either side. The save is more than justifiable, but not when Simple is out in full force. 4 kills there for that man, and a 14th on the board for Navi. This game is going the distance. We are going to see the full 30 rounds, and maybe, just maybe, if we're lucky, an overtime as well. A pause called on in. It's got to be from this Fnatic squad.
It's actually Navi's.
Really?
Yeah, they want to have a little chat. I guess somewhat of it as well is working out the money here for Fnatic. And, well, I can tell you it's not looking pretty. That's to say for sure. Fnatic have to make the decision. Do we want to fight here now? Do we want to contest for that 16-14 win, or do we want to go for the OT play? Never a fun decision, and Fnatic are not interested in conceding rounds. They're going to fully invest into this one. Pressure's up.
And that's where those 2 kills that Simple gets at the very end of that round have huge resonating implications. If Golden and Flusher had been allowed to get away, they could have dropped M4s over. There would have been 4 rifles in this round. And now, that is so far from the truth for this side of Fnatic. Flusher and Golden, the 2 B bomb site players, they're the ones with armaments. They're the ones with anything to offer in this round. And as has often been the case, these fights go down very quick, very early on at Banana. Now more than ever, Fnatic have got to try and keep these clean. Electronic is right here. He is under Flusher's nose, and he's not ready for that peek. It's Golden to get caught. Disaster for Fnatic. That is the 1 M4 that they had removed. The first kill found in the round. Navi now sat with this man advantage, now sat with the firepower advantage. Everything is coming up in favor of Navi in this round. And now more than ever, we've got to see these individuals for Fnatic. Flusher dealing with Electronic there in the smoke. And I love this gamble call. Golden requesting that everyone's come for this rotation over towards the B side of the map. They leave Roland alone at A. And this just might give Fnatic a fighting chance in an otherwise dark, dark round.
If Navi lost the pistols, that would be a kicker. They've got no money themselves, and they've got to win these fights. 30 seconds as the T's go in, cut off by the Molotov. Guardian's got to kill. Flusher can't find anything, and JW, will they check for the 3rd man inside of the site? Yes, they will. Guardian catching the corner, and Navi stealing 15. It's Roland alone, and nothing to do in this round but hold on to his armor and CZ, because Navi, they've taken round number 29.
And that means it's them reaching that point. Navi, the team that were 1-7 down, it looked like they were off to an incredibly slow start. Well, they've picked up the pace now. And as is the case with this Navi squad, it's when they get rolling, it's when that ball gets moving that they become so damn hard to stop. For Fnatic, their woes weren't just limited to this round. They continue into round number 30. They're heading into this with nothing.
And when Navi won this game back at the Pro League, it was the same map pool as well in the regular season, and Navi were managing to pick up Inferno. Fnatic picked into it this series, and what a statement for Navi right now, telling them that no, there is no playground you're going to be comfortable on. 15-14, Nuke is that second map as well, and we might just get to it unless Fnatic can put up the round of a century here with nothing to play with. CZ's scout on JW. And everything to play for here for the Swedes. They've come this far, Harry, and this would be a rough way to fall apart in round number 30. Triple B set up at the start. JW going to double back towards A, though. Navi had early utility up Banana, as always. Not keen to fight back, not knowing what Fnatic have in their repertoire. It's a slow B approach here from the T side.
Oh, if there ever was a time Fnatic to find success with these pistols and cause the upset, it is now. They've got to dig deeper than ever. They're heading in to incredibly murky waters, and these sailors, are they ready to brave it? Over on the Swedish side, Navi back with this very, very slow style of play. They're not giving anything up early, and Flamey now securing this opener as though Navi needed any more advantages going their way. 5-on-4 into round number 30, overtime or bust, and Fnatic, it might all be in vain. They're really considering whether or not to take this gamble, whether or not to rotate Flusher away, and they've just decided to do so.
No.
Right as Navi are setting up for this B-bomb site. The smoke goes down at CT, Flamey's found another onto JW, and now that bomb is rotating away with 2 kills coming in from Flamey. They're looking for this A-bomb site now. It becomes the object of their desires. Roland, he's got to do it all, and while he does get one, it's quickly traded, it's quickly dealt with. Damage done onto Flusher. He's been removed as well. And Golden alone, the lone Swede gunman, 1v4. What can he ever hope to do in this situation now?
Surely nothing. Navi just a kill away from it. It's Fnatic's map pick and it's gone the other way. It's Natus Vincere. First map of the series, taken in their stride. It may have gone the distance, but it's going to be Navi coming out on top. Those force buys from Fnatic really wanted to keep this up in the game. They didn't want to play overtime, and boy, they will not. Down in round number 30, Newt on the horizon, and Navi are looking like a powerhouse on this stage. That is what you love to see. We've got the analyst desk, we've got the second map. Join us after the break for exactly that.